while you're gonna see me do that. So I apologize in advance. Okay, I'm Cordelia Obe. You're welcome. Sorry for disturbing your ears. I don't know if it's Abiodun or Jedeji that have given me this one now. Which of you? Jedeji? Tell me talk by. I think it's you. All right, let's move on now. Let's start off with the Daily Times. The Daily Times newspaper has above the mast over 65 terrorist leaders, commanders killed in 3 months. This is according to DHQ. That is the defense headquarters. And talking about DHQ, there is this bus I always see whenever I come here driving inwards Oshodi. They connect from Ikorodu Road. There is this army bus. It has HQ something written on it. It's always going one way. And I think the authorities should call that driver to order. I almost rammed into it today, coming the wrong way, driving in from the total part into, there is that off-road that takes you, I don't know how to describe it. The one that from Ikorodu Road you are driving to come onto the Oshodi part. Yeah, those guys are always going one way there. I've seen them not once, not twice. Whoever is in charge, HQ, right? Army here is a big coaster bus. Better call your driver to order before we have a catastrophe happening there. The fact that you're uniformed means that you should be law abiding. If not, how would you hold me? Okay. Now back to the papers. Bobrisky, FG suspends senior prison officers over infractions. Allow independent marketers lift fuel from Dangote refinery, reps urge FG. Ember months, FRSC unveils new master plan to reduce road crashes. $49.8 billion didn't miss under my watch, Jonathan replies MS Sanusi. And it goes on to, okay. Sorry. All right. Goes on to explain why Kano Emir was suspended as CBN governor. I was constructively dismissed by ex-president, says Sanusi. Oil gas industry owes FG $6 billion and 66 billion naira. This is according to an NAIT report. And let me give a little breakdown. NAIT is the Nigerian Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. And they say that these outstanding collectible revenues due to the federal government in the oil and gas industry have so far risen to $6.071 billion and $66.4 billion as at June 2024, respectively. And they disclosed on Thursday in Abuja during a presentation of its 2022 and 2023 independent oil and gas industry reports. And it's something that you could go ahead to read. And they have a breakdown of the report showing these outstanding liabilities. You can check that out and see what's going on in that sector as per monies yet unremitted. NDIC commences sale of Heritage Bank assets to compensate uninsured depositors. Daily Trust. The Daily Trust has FG suspends prisons officers over Bobrisky allegation. Hardship. Tinubu orders low-key 64th independence celebration. Jonathan Kanta's Emir Sanusi says Nigeria did not lose $49.8 billion under his watch. Jonathan counters Emir Sanusi. Nigeria did not lose $49.8 billion under my watch, he says. Major headlines for Daily Trust has it that flood displaces 82 communities in Niger. We used canoes to evacuate our families. 19 LGAs affected this year's SEMAD DG. Situation worrisome, council chair. 4 LGAs cut off in Borno. 50 million Almajiri out of school children roaming Nigeria's streets, FG has said. 50 million Almajiri, how many? I been a mistake? Maybe it's mistake or maybe 50. It's 50 M, not 50 million. Okay, we'll see the full story. Cholera kills 11 in Ebonyi. Tour operators suspend registration for 2025 Hajj. offer bank robbers to die by hanging after 6-year trial. That robbery was a dastardly one, huh? Very bad. 50 million Almajiri out of school children roaming Nigeria streets. That is the story here. And it says no fewer than 30 million Almajiris and 20 million out of school children are roaming about and in need of attention, a government official has said. Almajiri, 30 million. How many are we in Nigeria? That's 30 million Almajiris. How they take count them? Okay, the story has it too that Dr. Muhammad Idris, the Executive Secretary of the National Commission for Almajiri and Out-of-School Children's Education, disclosed this on Thursday in Abuja. And it says that the government felt there was a need to look at this with a view to give them modern pedagogy. And that should be pedagogy. Almajiri, I quote him, now has various leadership bodies with over 2,000 associations, and it became difficult for the government to harness them. And I am still asking, 20 million Almajiris? How did that happen? Where did they come from? Is this not bloated? I think it is. How many Nigerians do we have that we have that figure to be solely Almajiris, and altogether 20 extra for out of school children? Anyway, he's saying here that we have to all put our hands on deck to make sure that it works out, and we're able to create something new for them. Now wow, that story, wow. Anyway, another marketers lift fuel from Dangote, reps tells FG. Allow marketers lift fuel from Dangote, reps tells FG. How did that turn to another? I don't know. Sorry about that. Allow marketers lift fuel from Dangote, reps tell the FG. Now, the House of Representatives, they are urging the federal government to direct the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, NNPCL, to allow independent marketers to lift fuel from Dangote refineries. This is what I've been trying to find an answer to. If you say this is a private company, why are we asking them to allow other private companies to come lift fuel too? What is truly going on with this NNPCL brouhaha, descriptions and so on? Because this is quite confusing to my poor brain. Well, the resolution followed the adoption of a motion of urgent public importance by Rep. Obuko Ofoji, PDP Bayelsa, and this was during plenary on Thursday. And he's saying if this monopoly is not nipped in the bud, the suffering of Nigerians occasioned by the scarcity of fuel will continue, and we all know the implications on the economy, he said. And the lawmaker also said that allowing the NNPCL and major marketers to lift fuel from the refinery to the exclusion of independent marketers was not good enough. I ask again, if you say NNPCL is a private business, so you cannot interfere in the price war between NNPC and Dangote refinery, what the heck are we talking about here, asking them to allow? Okay, let's move on to the next one. Now, for the Bobrisky matter, senior prison officials suspended after the very dark man's audio that was played out, and those that have been suspended so far are senior officers of the service: Michael Anagua, Deputy Controller of Corrections, DCC, in charge of Medium Security Custodial Center, MSCC, Kirikiri, Lagos State, and Sikiru Adekunle, Deputy Controller of Corrections, in charge of Maximum Security Custodial Center, also here in Lagos, Kirikiri. The statement disclosed, Shebi, they called the Oga Kwata inside this. I hope we're not just going to have some fall guys. I hope they're going to go even deeper. Now let's move over to the Punch newspaper. 70,000 naira minimum wage. FG begins payment, salaries rise to 4 trillion naira. FG begins payment, salaries rise to 4 trillion naira. And we have 1,236,824 federal workers who will be earning 334.9 billion naira monthly. It is NLC TUC. Yes, in federal government, well done. And we have a very sad picture in front of the Punch newspaper where 21 children killed in Kenya's school fire were buried. May their souls rest in peace. Tiny, tiny people here feel so sad, so very sad. Bob Risky, reps commence probe, prison controllers suspended. Kwara Hills, death sentence for 5 offer bank robbers. Afenifere demands restructuring as Senate OK's Southwest Development Commission. Now let's take a quick look at some of those headlines now, beginning with the one of the minimum wage, where we have here that 7 months after it began negotiations that ended with 70,000 naira as a new minimum wage, the federal government on Thursday began payment of the new salary, and there are adjustments to be made to the salaries of public servants across all levels of the federal civil service. That means over 1.2 million civil servants on the payroll of the federal government will be paid the newly approved minimum wage in September. Please, remember to add the core members, they are part to. Don't forget, please let them start this month too. And there is a breakdown here in a statement signed by the Accountant General of the Federation, Dr. Oluwatoyin Medein, and addressed to the Budget Office of the Federation, and it directed the commencement of the new payment. If you read that article, you see the breakdown: level 1, step this; level 8, step that, and so on. Up or no, they don't get up to like a level 8 officer. Okay, I left at, is it level 14, 15, or 16? I don't even remember which level I left out. I think between 15, 16, thereabout. And I left. That means my salary till now, for not to even reach 4M a month. I mean a year. Hey, now wow. Okay, let's leave that one. And the one that Jonathan is saying that my government suspended Sanusi for this reason. Anyway, former President Goodluck Jonathan on Thursday, he denied suspending former Central Bank Governor Dr. Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, now Emir of Kano, Mohammed Sanusi II, for alleging that $49.8 billion went missing from the government office. Coffers. She said that amount, $49.8 billion, did not disappear from nowhere. And Jonathan insisted that no such thing happened, and said the CBN leadership under Sanusi cooked up the allegation. Now, the former president spoke, believe where he spoke. Let me tell you, on Thursday there was a book launch titled Public Policy and Agents' Interest: Perspective from the Emerging World. It was co-authored by former Minister of Finance Dr. Shamsuddin Usman. He served as Minister of Planning under his government. During that thing, he said, yes, I like the ideals of this book. The book not bad at all. What he has to say, not bad at all. But this thing that he said inside, that amount was missing, unaccounted for, he said, nope, that was not correct at all. That didn't happen. That was in 2013. He said his initial figure was later revised to $20 billion after discussions with the finance ministry. And he also recounted the fact that the Chancellor, former German Chancellor Angela Merkel, confronted him on the matter and explained that such money could not have been stolen from a struggling country and no one would have known. And he mentioned the budget that they had as at that time, that the budget was about $32 billion at the time without some immediate impact. How would nobody have noticed that such a huge amount had? Anyway, it continued. He told them straight on there at that book launch that nope, I know, I agree with this. It didn't happen like that. I will be joining Rufai Hussaini shortly to take his own bit of the analysis this morning. And once he connects, I'll have him join us. You're listening to VOP 90.3 FM.
Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.
All right, Daily Independent is right in front of us, and on the front page of the Daily Independent, above the mass, you have reps ask FG to allow marketers lift PMS directly from Dangote. Court sentences 5 to death over 2018 of a bank robbery. Tinubu correcting missteps of past repositioning Nigeria. This is according to the federal government. And it has the writers: 6 Nigerians understanding over economic hardship. says hardship occasioned by unavoidable policy choices, insists President focus on putting more money in citizens' pockets. Tinubu's administration inherited 2,600 road projects worth 13 trillion naira. All those are riders under that story. Tinubu correcting missteps of past repositioning Nigeria, according to the FG from the Daily Independent. Now we have other headlines from the front page of the Daily Independent. Nigeria didn't lose $49.8 billion under my watch. Jonathan says he didn't sack Sanusi as CBN governor. Hello, good morning, Rufai.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
How are you? Can you hear me? All right, let's try.
Hello.
Let's try and get that. He can hear me. He can hear me. Maybe we'll do this again. Let's get it all sorted out. He can't hear me. I don't know why that is happening. Probably a technology kind of thing happening there with the networks. All right. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Morning, my sister. Bless you. How
Let's
are you?
see. You were so loud and clear just now, but you couldn't hear us.
I can imagine.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? How you doing? You good?
Very well, very well. I mean, this back and forth between Goodluck Jonathan and Sanusi, truth have to be said, they need to be able to find a way to get their facts straight. Till today, we have not seen a lot of results of the money that was thought to be missing then. Even if Goodluck Jonathan is now saying that at that point, there was an investigation, and PricewaterhouseCoopers said that it was just about $1 billion that couldn't be accounted for. The most important thing is that was Nigeria's money, and we need more accountability in our system of governance. And this is not the time for a lot of back and forth and academic review. The question we should ask Goodluck Jonathan is, yes, you said Sanusi started by saying over 40 billion. It wasn't 40 billion. You people had go back and forth. That over 1 billion that they said couldn't be accounted for. What was the case in the end as regards that funds? I think that's a question we have never really answered in this country. So this haggling back and forth, you sack me, you don't sack me. But Nigeria money me I care about in all of this. All of this was on the heels of a book written by Shamsidi Usman with a lot of other co-anchors. In fact, my very good friend, Dr. Andrew Neville, was one of the co-anchors of the book. And the book was, and also my co-author, I should say, because I and Dr. Neville had written a book together on Nigeria self-organizing people. So and Sanusi Lamido was also a co-writer in the book. So I think it's just apt for us to be able to ask these questions decently and ensure that we get to the end of it. Another story making the rounds is what Mduka Baigbana was telling the military, and it's very apt when he said to them that, please remember that the media is your friend. And he narrated the story of Franco Menka. We all know how Menka was really Abacha regime. But the same media that Menka victimized, truth has to be said, was the same Undoka he came to meet when things went south for him. And he was saying some people, some of his friends then were out for him. And that's to show all of those that victimize media, that the media is there for everybody. Yes, when we are objective, it's not every time it will favor you. Sometimes you will not even want to see our faces. But in the end, when you go and look at the situation critically and ask questions, you'll see that all of the things we say are for the betterment of society. And the earlier we understand all of these factors, the better it is for all of us. So those are the things we need to look deeply and in detail for to be able to get to an end. As regards Bobrisky saga, now the Minister of Interior have suspended some top people in the prison service. So I'm asking, is the suspension in a bid to be able to get to the root of the matter because an investigation? Because we really need to know the people that aided and abetted that level of criminality where people that are supposed to serve J terms are kept in other apartments and they can just move on like nothing happened. And like I keep saying yesterday, we need to be able to get to the end of this. The same person that released part 1 of the video, he should be able to release part 2 so that we can get to the end of all of this matter. If we don't, it's not the best for us. We need to be able to look holistically at what is happening, hear more names being mentioned, and investigate and get to the end of this matter. And I don't believe in this idea of EFCC now saying the man that released the audio should come. No. If you destroy the whistleblower culture, you see, if you want any details from the man, he can message all these details to you. But you saying he should come only when we know the antecedents of the EFCC sometimes in issues like this. It will be tantamount to bringing him in, and other people too will not be ready to come because they know they will be invited and probably in the end they'll be victimized.
You see, the case of Freedom, for instance, that they arrested the guy, treating him like a massive criminal and all that. The people he tried to expose, did they bother investigating those people, the allegations at all?
And that's always, it's baseless to be calling the man that released this audio. No. EFCC going to do your investigation and let's get to a resolution to it. And this morning, all Asaba people in the house will give tribute to you because I think on the 5th of October next month is going to be a big day for the Asaba of Asaba, because there's going to be the coronation. So we wish him the best. In fact, I took out time to pay a courtesy call on the Asaba only last weekend, and he received me with a lot of felicity, and we discussed about how we can further, grow and develop, and cultural partnership and symbolism across, my platforms and the Asaba Nation, as it were. So we can only just look forward and hope for the very best. There are many other stories making the rounds, and there's another story I really want to talk about here, and which is something that we need to look at. 70,000 minimum wage. We started paying it. Salaries are rising to 4 trillion. I hope the government will be able to sustain these payments. Because I hear NYC too has been put in the frame.
Yeah.
I hope they will be able to sustain these payments, and we only pray that it works. Because even that 70,000, with the rate of inflation and rate of devaluation, things have gone bad. And like I said the other day, the CBN has now started selling dollar to the BDC. So you're going to see a reduction in the dollar to the naira. The Dutch auction system they first used, the way they were selling to banks, was not working. So you're going to see a reduction, in the dollar. In fact, barely 24 hours, once this system started, the naira started gaining against the dollar. And this was part of the things we had advocated. That's why we kept on saying, you have to be able to fix your exchange rate, defend the currency as much as possible, and sell at a certain threshold to the markets. So these were the arguments we made in the past, but let's see how it's going to sustain. My very sad condolences this morning to Umo Eno, governor of Akwa Ibom State. Mrs. Patience Umo Eno has passed. The State Commissioner of Information in Yemebong announced the First Lady's death in a statement in the early hours of Friday, which is a very sad one. And they calls it unexpected sunset. We can just only pray that God is with him at a time like this. It's not easy to lose somebody. It's not easy, to be going to the scourge of losing through a loved one and losing a loved one at a time like this. I just pray God is going to be there for him, and it's going to be well with him.
Amen. Maybe you want to look at this, the reps asking FG to allow marketers lift PMS directly from Dangote. I tell NNPC to let the others lift too. And I was asking a question. If they are
but it's a no-brainer now.
No, wait first now. If then they say NNPCL is private entity. What gives it the authority and audacity to be the one who will say who and who cannot lift and all that? That they are the ones who, and Usifo was explaining that, oh, they are the ones who understand the pricing, and they give a level of subsidy to NNPCL as a private entity. How?
If you and our listeners believe that NNPCL is a private entity, then you will believe that Father Christmas is real.
Oh.
You will believe that Father Christmas actually is real. It came from the North Pole. That means you will believe anything. Truth has to be said. We all know NNPC is not a private entity. We all know NNPC still regulates pricing. They're the one that set the tone for pricing. We all know that you can't say you are a market partner or you are part of the market and you become the sole importer and everybody comes to buy from you in the market. We all know. So it's still sort of like a monopoly. Also, I thought some of the marketers said they started lifting from Dangote. So that's why when the House of Rep is talking, it's a no-brainer. So as far as I'm concerned, the House of Rep has nothing to say as regards this. The person that is supposed to give direction on this is the Minister of Petroleum, which happens to be the president. But he's been playing the ostrich as regards all of this. He's just said, oh, NNPC, ensure that you supply these people, give them this, give them that, and all of that. But the truth has to be said, a definitive stance. How can we have a private refinery? Somebody can build a private refinery and he wants to sell, and NNPC is trying to Colombia everything.
As if that is as if that is what they do with the ones they buy from in the West.
So that's how Nigeria works, and that's why you know it's not a fair system. And that's why when you don't have a fair system, it's the people that suffer all of this in the end. So these are the things we keep looking at and we keep talking about. So we are not surprised. So all the one the lawmakers are just saying is just big joke. Flood has displaced 82 communities in Niger. All right. And the question I want to ask the Borno State government is, who in the money that they ought to give to the victims of this flood? That's just it. 50 million Almajiri out of school children are roaming Nigerian streets. That's a disaster waiting to happen. You can't have 50 million Almajiri children roaming the streets of Nigeria and you don't have an impending doom coming. My sister, there's no how we're going to deceive ourselves about it. Because that's the breeding ground of the Bello 2Gs of tomorrow. And we have started breeding them. And that's why when I think the former army chief was saying this surgery is going to last for another time, people were arguing with him and saying, no, you ought not to say. Yeah, you ought not to say that. But the truth has to be said, my sister. See, you already have a breeding ground. The question is, how can we now revamp this Almajiri system? We need to be able to have a real national discourse about it. People cannot just tell us that, okay, there's an Almajiri system that deprives people from educational potential. And we look and we do nothing about it. And when the problem starts, we all start to face it. Today, we can't do road trips again as much as possible because we have of bandits. And we have seen a system that breeds them. And we can't speak up about it. See, I'm also seeing this story about what Southwest Development Commission will achieve. I just hope all this development commission they are setting up is not another way to be able to siphon money and we don't see developments. NDDC is started now. We have not really seen just case of corruption here and there off the mic. All these development commission, I hope they will deliver because we have Northeast, we have Northwest, we have development commission across all regions now. Which budgetary allocations is going for? But are we seeing those developments? That's the question we should ask. FG planning to tow Lagos Ibadan Expressway and second Niger Bridge. Question is, yes, there used to be a toll gate before, but we all remember why the trade-off happened between Obasanjo and, the petroleum tax and, we'll just scrap out toll gates and things like that. All of that debacle. We also know the lack of accountability heralded those collections. I remember it was a big business, manning toll gate, collecting toll gate dealership or contract, but from governments, where you remit and you collect your own. What's the sustainability plan? This one they say is going to be e-toll. We'll see how the possibility works. Oil and gas industry is owing FG about $6 billion and 66 billion naira. That's a native report. Question is, why can't NG draw all the money that people are owing it? This controversy in the Super Eagles now is continuing between Eguavon. They say Eguavon will continue again as head coach against Libya. I thought the other day Labadia posted a new beginner and put Nigerian flag in front of it. The deceit that they are deceiving us, only God that knows.
Shebi that man ran how many days after now when they were asking him for bribe? He disappeared 4 days after.
They should keep going back and forth. We'll keep watching. My sister.
Second base.
God bless you.
Have a beautiful weekend. Yeah, God bless you.
Have a great one.
All right, bye-bye. VOP 90.3 FM, that was Rufai Hussaini. Just with his bit, it will be your turn shortly. Stay with us. I'm Cordelia Obey.
If you love amazing Nigerian movies,
action,
laugh out loud comedy skits, or gripping shows and series, serve yourself all the drama, passion, betrayal, action, and laughs on YouTube with the YouTube Buffet plan from MTN. Enjoy over 10 hours of YouTube streaming for just 500 naira and over 4 hours for 200 naira. Dial *312*800# to activate now. YouTube, made for you.
The Jandol Annual Debate Championship is back and it's bigger than ever. Get ready to showcase your eloquence and compete with the best debaters in the Lagos State Public Senior Secondary Schools for a chance to win 500,000 naira for yourself, 100,000 naira cash for your teacher, and other amazing prizes for your school. Let your school administrator register you for the 2024 edition of the Jandol Annual Debate Championship for free today. To register your school and your top 3 students, visit www.jandoldebatechampionship.com.ng. Send a 2-minute video of each of your students proposing or opposing the motion. Remote work is more productive than on-site work in a megacity like Lagos. Registration opens on Monday, 9th September 2024 and closes on Wednesday, 9th October 2024. For more details, see posters and flyers available at Jandol Superstores located around Alimosho, Ifako Ijaye, Agege, Ikeja, and Ikorodu local government areas. The Jandol Annual Debate Championship is proudly sponsored by Jandol Superstores. Shop with a smile.
If you love amazing Nigerian movies,
action,
laugh out loud comedy skits, or gripping shows and series, serve yourself all the drama, passion, betrayal, action, and laughs on YouTube with the YouTube Buffet plan from MTN. Enjoy over 10 hours of YouTube streaming for just 500 naira and over 4 hours for 200 naira. Dial *312*800# to activate now. YouTube, made for you.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
Saba! Delta State Nigeria comes alive as the city will host the best of African artists at the International Choral and Traditional Music Fiesta under the leadership of the festival's spiritual father and chief host, Archbishop Dr. Daniel Oko, General Superintendent of Christ Holy Church International and President of Christian Association of Nigeria. Asaba hosts the 8th edition of the Africa Sings Festival, an international choral and traditional International Music Festival with great excitement and time of praise. Special guest of honor, His Excellency, Right Honorable Elder Sheriff Oborewari, Governor, Delta State. Come and celebrate Africa through workshops, seminars, concerts, and competition. Scheduled to hold from 8th through 13th October 2024. For more information, WhatsApp 0705 340 7629.
You are tuned to the city's #1 super dial. Voice of the people, 90.3 FM, Lagos.
All right, VP 90.3 FM, that's what you're still listening to, and we're still taking a look at the papers this morning. Let's quickly run through some more, and then it will be time for you to join us. I was running through the Daily Independent before we began the analysis, and we have Nigeria didn't lose $49.8 billion. You heard that already. Northern leaders seek solution to insecurity, poverty, disunity in region. You have the one on Haiti also there, front page of Daily Independent. 85% of defunct Heritage Bank depositors paid via BVN and DIC. Edo Guba, INEC presents certificates of return to Beolo and his deputy. Tinubu tasks governor-elect on development, pledges federal support. FG suspends prison officers over alleged bribery by Bobrisky. Senate moves to increase governance costs with new security outfit. Those ones were from Daily Independent. We just saw that one. Now let's move over to another paper, and let's check out the Vanguard newspaper. Okay, from the front page of the Vanguard newspaper, you have this one: alleged missing 49.8 billion naira. The way the Vanguard captured it, why Sanusi had to go as CBN governor, according to Jonathan. And you also have Edo Poll, I'll be servant of all, ready to work with opposition. Okpewolu received certificate of return. This day publisher to military: stop arresting protesters, go after kidnappers. Gagging media will stagnate democracy, Governor Yibanji said. Nigeria 64, SGF ministers defend Tinubu's policies amid cabinet's reshuffle hint. And also flood lost, how 5 northern states lost 141 lives in 2 months. Is a very sad one, I must say. And we also have this one from the front page of the Vanguard. You have the one on the Bobrisky story. You also have Christian elders to FG reverse fuel price hike to avert looming crisis. And Eguavon continues as Super Eagles head coach against Libya. This is according to the NFF. And let's take a look at the Tribune now. The Tribune has as major headline: what Southwest Development Commission will achieve. This is according to the senators. As Senate passes bill, awaits reps concurrence. We have the one on Bobrisky also front page. Oil gas industry owes FG $6 billion and 68 billion naira according to a Naiti report. FG to toll Lagos Ibadan Expressway, second Niger Bridge, others. And the one on the court sentencing 5 to death by hanging years after Offa Bank robbery. And also Edo, INEC presents certificate of return to Pewolo deputy. I'll be servant to my people, governor-elect says. And this governor-elect is very, very humble. They were all kneeling down, up and down, up and down. I thank God say not be me, because Tony Dan they had me sometimes. Not be say I not respect you. Tony Dan just they had, but he's a very humble guy. And finally, the Nation newspaper: under 18 pupils won't sit for WAEC. That's what they call it now. WASSCE. They will not sit for it. The minister is insisting on that. Senate passes Southwest Development Commission bill. Jonathan refutes Emir Sanusi's claim on missing $49.8 billion. Federal government cushioning effects of reforms. This is according to the ministers 20 million Nigerians get cash support. Petrol subsidy removal has opened sector to investment. And they're giving lists of some of the things they've done to cushion the effects of the reforms. Read the Nation newspaper, you find that out. Tinubu, Edo will get full support, he says. Ex-Governor Yahaya Bello not afraid of facing trial, says media officer. Woohoo, that will be that. We'll move on now to the part where you get to join us. The number you'll be calling is 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. And for WhatsApp is 0817 175 6338. 0817 175 6338. You can send your message to that number too. Please, when you call, each person has 90 seconds. Let's see how well you can obey the law. When I say government, sometimes no they obey, or they complain. Mona, help me not to complain. 90 seconds per person. And when you start hearing the monosyllabics, just wrap up. And if I drag you into a conversation, extended time. And the first caller usually has a little more time than, usual. You keep it all civil and we'll all stay safe. Let's take this one first. Okay, you've taken the call. I wanted us to do a disclaimer first. But yeah, I got Tony from Katie. I somehow know your success that you have written there. I know that.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tony. How are you
Good
today?
Morning.
Good morning. You are the first. So... yeah, the bell ringer. Welcome.
I wish when Nigeria hears this bell, they will obey the call.
Amen
for good
to
governance.
that. Cheers to that.
No, I'm not praying. I'm not praying. I hope.
Is it by force?
I'm not praying.
Is it not by force? Can't I? Is it your amen? Is it your?
No, but I'm the one that is talking now. I'm the one that is saying something now. If I'm praying, I will say I'm praying because Nigeria have shown that prayer don't work. Prayer don't work for country matter. Okay. It doesn't work, my dear. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, there is something I want you to put here because we were talking about NPC. In the Nation newspaper on January 11, 2012, to be precise, I think it should be 23rd on page 23 or 24, Tinubu put pen to paper, writing about the hardship that Nigerians will face when subsidy is being removed. Please go and check it. Go and fact check. It is there. This man have forgotten, and look at what is happening to Nigerians today. What they have fought against. Removing the fuel subsidy is not supposed to be a bad idea, but what are the modalities? What are the things that have been put on ground so that Nigerians will enjoy the subsidy when it is being removed? Secondly, again, I listened to Wale Edu yesterday saying that the federal government will stop importation so that we can now plant locally for us to. Now, have you provided security? Because anything that we want to talk about in this country, if we don't talk about security, it is just like we are wasting our time. You don't ask foreigners to come in and invest without assuring them that their security is going to be paramount.
Okay.
So many countries, yes, they are building up in technology, but if you cannot feed yourself, you will always struggle to grow financially and in other ways.
All right.
It is just a joke. Please, this morning, yesterday, nobody even talked about that. Not even your station, as popular as your station is. It is only NTA that spoke about Nigeria in the United Nations General Assembly. What a shame. It has never happened in the history of this country that Nigeria will attend UN and no tabloid carried it on their front page. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? I just wish for the best for this country. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Ngozi Ilo from YouTube. You can watch and stream on YouTube at VOP 903 FM. Good morning to you. And you say, may God grant her eternal rest. So sad. You're talking about the First Lady of Akwa Ibom State. Good morning, Oga 404. And heaven and earth will bless you and yours for the good works always. God bless you too, Oga 404. I hope so today we not go quarrel today, 404. Let's not quarrel today. Thank you very much. Kessa Oji, good morning to you too. Vincent Chooks, plenty good mornings here. Thank you guys. Ola Dewale, how are you, sir? You're sending one greetings from ATL, the peach state of the US, to all Nigerians. And you're asking, what exactly is the job of ICPC? But should it not be running after Yahya Bello instead of EFCC? Which anti-graft should be after the career thieves? Because it looks like the pastor just the chase shadow. That's my opinion. Waiting be ICPC job. Gangan, gangan. Mr. Refai to all Nigerians when they watch the game play for Niger. All right, those are some of the questions you've asked. You have other messages there, and I'll take your call. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, this Nadine. Calling from Spain.
Oh, I didn't recognize Buenos Dias. That sound wasn't there. How are you feeling?
So,
are you better now?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine.
Oh, great. I'm happy.
Okay, let me just take on this thing on Sanusi, on the Jonathan statement after this thing. What next? That's the question. What next? Can we? Are they going to leave Sanusi? No, this the kind of a country we live in. I don't know. Sanusi. Because of that, brought people this condition that we are now. Well, because of what Sanusi said that time. We need a change. We need a change that brought it APC. That is why we are in this position now. Or we are facing what we are facing today. We need a change because of this thing. They said the other time this thing has too of dry. That is why they said that Sanusi, the APC come to power. So that can we leave Sanusi to just go like that? You know, Nigeria, we just I always say that we joke a lot in that country. Just for example, now let me just the one of happening in Spain here. You know, this Stella Obasanjo. Stella Obasanjo died in Spain. Do you know that even up today, the doctor, they still drag doctor for that mistake he made. They said he made mistake. That is why this woman died. They still Obasanjo may not remember this woman, but they still drag the woman, the doctor. That is how things are work here. That is why the law, everything is working perfectly. Because Nigeria, everything we take it as a joke. Okay. Tomorrow, nobody will talk about this thing now because once they said no, it's a past this thing. Okay. So to round up on this thing, Bobrisky, no, Zina Bobrisky. You know, unless when Nigeria are just ready,
all right,
you need to push. I see this leaders. You need to send them away, and who will send them away? Is it this leader, this youth that always in this WhatsApp?
All right, time off.
Oliver said, nyash. Is it the people that are prepared to send these people away? Short, my sister always said, this when I remember that country. Okay, have a great day, my sister.
Have a beautiful weekend. Okay, God bless you. Bye-bye. From WhatsApp, reps should leave Bobrisky Correctional Center and EFCC saga and focus on the burning issues like fuel and electricity hike, hunger and insecurity menace. Now they have hurriedly passed the payment of minimum wage into law because they know it holds no water anymore with the current economic crisis and inflation in the country, always chasing shadows in their dealings. Chika Bende from Trade Fair, that was from you. And you also sent a message on WhatsApp. You're saying the prison investigation has lost its integrity already. Second base for Lawrence Shaw, that was you. Good morning. The governor-elect and his deputy went to Abuja to congratulate him, and they knelt down before Tinubu, and what a shame. And although Tinubu told them that he will give Edo State to APC, whether they vote or not, because our vote don't count. Leo from Lagos, that was from you. Hello, good morning. How are you today? Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
Can you hear me? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Ikan. I can hear you. How are you today?
Hello?
I can hear you. I think we should check this thing. It's probably coming from there. Hello? All right. Maybe you could try again or try WhatsApp. Can you hear me now? Oh, okay. We'll try that again. WhatsApp, you could also try WhatsApp too. I have you here on YouTube. Aro Ewenta. No, Rufai, the most important question is, why did Sanusi lie about the money, and why are you ignoring that part of the story? Do you have an idea? Do you have a lead? Arrow, I want to also share with me what angle you like the story to go to. I'll read it and we'll also look at it together, Abby. So please share with me so that we can also go towards that direction. This is honestly asking now, not a what do you call it? I'm not retorting. I'd like to know your own perspective too. Only God boundary. Good morning to you too, Oseni. You now see why people cry for division in this country. Bobrisky is more powerful and treated better than those who have good intentions for Nigerians' well-being. Those ones are being maltreated. You have here. You say, oh, Oga 44, we all know the problem of Nigeria. Let us go our separate ways, you are saying, by deceiving ourselves and risking our lives with one Nigeria. If we actually come together to try to do the right thing, I think it will not be that bad. It will definitely be better than what we have right now if we all decide to truly work together. Benjamin from Shogunle, how are you? Good morning. The rep asking the federal government to compel NNPCL to allow Dangote to sell fuel to marketers directly. What is the federal government's response? Because it is very important to the masses. Why is Edo governor-elect going to greet the president? Is the president part of the electorate in Edo State that gave him the mandate according to INEC? We should be serious in this country for once. Though Edo governorship election has come and gone, but INEC needs to explain to Nigerians why manual collation results from IREV results, because Ondo election is at hand and Nigerians are watching and taking record. Benjamin from Shogunle, that was from you. Keep trying the lines. I don't know what's going on with them. Let's see if I'll see here this one. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? All right, maybe we'll do the old school style. We'll just try the old school format. Okay, we'll try and sort that out and we'll take more calls from the lines where you can try the WhatsApp while we're at the point where we're trying to get the cellular to behave better. That's a mobile line. Hello, how are you? Good morning. Hello? Okay, now mush, don't enter this matter. Sure. I know they hear from any side though. Hello, how are you? Hello? Okay, the techie people will try and sort all that out. I read more messages now. Waje Osadebe from Shasha, how are you? The statement from the presidency that Tinubu will not intervene in the brouhaha between NNPCL and Dangote shows that government is insensitive to the plight of the masses. It is gross miscalculation on the part of Tinubu's handlers. Government must learn to solve problems and provide solutions, not compounding them. Wajif Osadebe from Shasha, that was from you. Good morning. Let's try again. Hello, good morning. Hello, how are you? All right, that dropped. You try again. Lost in Amadi, how are you today? Good morning, ladies. You say, my Isoko says, I hail you, Jerry. For me, Bob Risky has served his sentence, and those involved in this sham used to expose. Niger can be better. Lost in Amadi, have faith. All these people go come out and Niger go better. Let me tell you. Walk up Boniface, my condolences to the governor of Akwa Ibom State. Yeah. May the wife rest in peace. That's very painful, a painful thing to have happened. Prince Ayotek from Marina Market here in Lagos. How are you? Thank God it's Friday. You're saying, what are they celebrating when people are dying of hunger? This present government doesn't think twice. When religion allows them to marry as many as possible without taking care of them, that's the reason we have bandits and Boko Haram. Burn the number that you can take care of and give them sound education and see whether they will not be responsible to the family and the society. Let us see, the way forward is by restructuring. Look at EAU, for example. What's EAU? Is that UAE, say? Okay. Dangote is to sell to marketers directly instead of NNPC. Please, if we want to move forward and as a nation, let there be a reform in our electoral system, because if it continues to like these people will no longer, if it continues like this, people will no longer vote in this country. Let them release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Prince Ayotek from Arena Market, help me edit next time. It makes it a lot easier so your message will be complete. Hello, good morning. Thank you for holding on. Hello. Okay. You are there now. I heard it dropping. I didn't hear you talking. Wow. I know what's going on this morning. Good morning, Lady C. Okay, let's take your message. Hello, how are you?
Good morning, Madam President.
How now? Good morning, Osifo. How are you doing?
Thank you.
Great.
How was your life?
Very fine, thank you. And how was yours?
Thank you. Happy weekend.
I wish you the same. Go ahead.
God bless you. Yeah, my name is Peter Osifo. I'm calling from Abanga, Nikotu. My take is on the brouhaha going on in the oil industry at the moment. I think if the PIA is supposed to be implemented fully, we will not be having this problem. But in my own opinion, the PIA, that is the Petroleum Industry Act, is only on paper at the moment, not in practice. That is the reason why we don't total deregulation in the oil sector. Maybe it is Dangote's oil that maybe will not make us to be fully, to let the PIA be fully implemented. And that is the reason why we have the cartel in the oil industry who are trying to thwart the efforts of the private sector. So, and again, if this one is to be fully implemented, then there has to be the revival of the other oil refineries, especially four refineries, and the other private refineries, apart from the major government four refineries in Port Harcourt, and the Kaduna.
Okay.
So this is my opinion. Not only that.
Hey, time is almost up.
We should not be saying that we maybe be blaming the so-called or maybe the so-called oil minister. Because we may not have petroleum minister at the moment.
So who should we be blaming? We should be blaming Cordelia Obeyabi.
And then the upstream sector. So
okay, I hear you. Okay, thank you so much. I've heard your opinion. All right, let me quickly tell you this. For those who would like to contribute to the Bossman family, arrangements for his burial and all that, you've been asking for a number, and this is it. You please pay into the VOP FM account. The number is 122 416 8488. 122 416 8488 is a Zenith Bank account. And when you do pay, please help us and make sure you put a narrative contribution for undiluted Bossman's burial support, or keyword Bossman. If you can't write everything, just put the keyword Bossman there. Contributions. The number again is 1224 168 1224 168 488. Thank you. All right, we'll take a breather.
If you love amazing Nigerian movies, action, laugh out loud comedy skits, or gripping shows and series, serve yourself all the drama, passion, betrayal, action, and laughs on YouTube with the YouTube buffet plan from MTN. Enjoy over 10 hours of YouTube streaming for just 500 naira and over 4 hours for 200 naira. Dial *312*800# to activate now. YouTube, made for you.
The Jandol Annual Debate Championship is back, and it's bigger than ever. Get ready to showcase your eloquence and compete with the best debaters in the Lagos State Public Senior Secondary Schools for a chance to win 500,000 naira for yourself, 100,000 naira cash for your teacher, and other amazing prizes for your school. Let your school administrator register you for the 2024 edition of the Jandol Annual Debate Championship for free today. To register your school and your top 3 students, visit www.jandoldebatechampionship.com.ng. Send a 2-minute video of each of your students proposing or opposing the motion. Remote work is more productive than on-site work in a megacity like Lagos. Registration opens on Monday 9th September 2024 and closes on Wednesday 9th October 2024. For more details, see posters and flyers available at Jandol Superstores located around Alimosho, Ifako Ijaye, Agege, Ikeja, and Ikorodu local government areas. The Jandol Annual Debate Championship is proudly sponsored by Jandol Superstores. Shop with a smile.
Voice of the people. Find your brand. Find your voice.
All right, VOP 90.3 FM, that's where you're at, and that's what you're listening to. I read more of your messages now from His Royal Highness BC Woko in Oshodi. Good morning. Dangote Refinery is a private business and will always run as such. It's unfortunate that the government are no longer talking about various refineries, but are too busy pursuing the price of Dangote fuel up and down. I urge the federal government under APC to at least give us one refinery among the 3 refineries they promised us. My heartfelt condolences to the governor of Akwa Ibom State over the death of his wife. May her soul rest in peace. Amen. Happy weekend to you, ladies. I wish you the same too. Your Royal Highness BC Woko in Oshodi. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? Good morning.
Fine. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ben from Iba. Welcome, go ahead.
Lady C, how was your night?
Very fine. I hope yours was good too.
Thank God. Give God the glory.
All right, go ahead.
This education minister should go. He should be among those that will go. He has nothing to offer. Why we chanting all these children now that are about to write why he said they will not write for it? If you check this man now, his children are in UK now. They have written Wayeko and they are now writing A-level exam in UK. Even if children will not enter university under the age of 18, shouldn't they write Wayek? Wayek doesn't expire on time now. So when maybe a child of 50 years, you say he will not write Wayek until he's 18. By then, the memories of what they taught them in secondary school must have been wiped off. You will face life and be doing nonsense, running around the street, following, doing some hawking and all those rubbish. Why all this type of people in our society? What have this man done in the Ministry of Education? How many schools have he built? How many children have he developed? Nothing. Let them include his name among those ones that will go. It's number 1. And concerning Nigerian prisons, the Interior Minister should also go. Go to Nigerian prisons. Please arrange people, go to Nigerian Correctional Center and see what is happening there. To see the reason why this man should go. We have about 54,000 waiting trial
Okay.
in Nigerian Correctional Center. And you see that these numbers now, they did not commit, so many of them did not commit any offense. You can check their living condition. The food they eat, the dog cannot eat it. The fish is smelling. The water is brown. It is smelling. What is this man doing? There are so many people that are in that prison now. They are dying every day. They are dying every day. And the people who are supposed to be in prison, they rent out for them outside the prison premises. Among these are those who did not use pedestrian bridge, protesters, those who did not observe COVID-19 protocol. Those who are owing people, they are in prison. They are 20 years. So many people in Nigerian prison have no case file. So they should, Tinubu should know the people he should start go. The criminal minister is number 2.
Okay, time's up. Thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. God bless you too. Good morning, ladies. Here I'm Mr. Rufai. We inherited 13 trillion worth of road projects. That's 13 trillion naira worth of road projects. Why do as all branches of government have seemingly merged under the control of the APC, eroding the system of checks and balances? From Kashmir, that was from you. And it was very long, but I read it. Hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? What's your name? Your line is very low. I can't hear you. Talk louder. Talk a bit louder. I don't know what's going on with your line. I can hear that. I can hear you. For real. I can hear it. And the only thing I was able to catch is you need Nigerian help or something like that. Okay, this may not be the platform to be able to do that right now. But if you send a message on WhatsApp, somebody would read and see what can be done. So try that. Try that out. Hello, good morning. Lady C, good morning, and Mr. Rifai, God bless you. Lagbaja sang a song, Wonder. That's not Lagbaja, that was Femi Kuti. Wonder, till you turn to wanderer. Will Africa ever unite? We're now in the season of increase, fuel increase, light increase, now interest rate increase, etc. and blood pressure increase for the masses, job losses increase, companies in the country relocating increase, taxness widening increase, school fees increase, salary increase for the workers, and allowances increase for the youth corps members. It is well with Nigeria. The more we talk, the more they do and implement their minds. God bless Nigeria. Amen to that. And you're next. Lady, say good morning. I not really like what you talk this morning, Sha. Which kind of humble be that? What happen now? Governor humble now. Na bad thing to humble. You know, see one pastor the praise and say, I like this guy, it's very humble, it's very humble. I bow to you. Ha. The man didn't win the election but was selected by INEC. What did concern that one and humility? Eh? See me see trouble. This one is crystal clear that even the blind can see. It's high time we should stand up against all these shenanigans going on in this country, because it will later tell on us all. For real later. I've been Nana, for real, I don't wait for you. Make sure you call me. You need to give me update on what you saw in Edo State. I've been waiting for you to come back since. I need you to call us, talk to us, and tell us what you experienced, because you were in Benin and you spoke with us from Benin. So hola, let's hear from you how it went. Somehow I don't know if the WhatsApp line is going. In fact, the technical things just had their own mind this morning. Hello, good morning.
Lady C, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Have you done the... Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. I want to comment.
Tell me your name first. Tell me your name first. Tell me your name first.
Yeah. Nigerian problem is getting too much. I think we should be able to go back to the causes of our problem. Let us revisit Aburi Accord Nigeria had in Ghana. That is where our problem is all about. We can't solve this problem without visiting Aburi Accord, where every region should be able to develop on its own programs, so that Nigerians can have a sense development. We are not going anywhere. We are just joking. We have turned this country to a weeping country. We are just crying every day, borrowing. We are now talking about giving us a security state. Are we not making jest of this country, where we cannot secure our country, Nigeria? We want to secure another country. That's number one. The Majori, the North, should take care of the Majori. Do the Majoris have fathers? They're supposed to be growing, no? Majori 20 years ago supposed to be adult. Somebody is producing this Majori. In America, if you have a baby and you don't take care of it, the government goes after you.
Yeah. Okay.
What is wrong with this Nigeria? And somebody's producing them and nobody's talking about them.
Okay.
We are talking about 21 million Amaderis. Next year, 51 million Amaderis. We have the North something commission. They just did it. What are they doing? The Northwest Development Commission. What are they doing?
All right, so time's up.
Please.
Okay.
Tell them that we should go and take the tools of our we stand.
Okay.
Before we develop. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. And talking about educating the Almajiris, Shebi Jonathan had schools for them. Where are the schools? What did you guys do with the schools? You bad-mouthed. Where are the schools now? Question. When I'm asking the North now, where are those schools Jonathan started? Even for the ones that move about. There's a name they had for those schools too. I forgot. If you remember, you can also tell me too. Where are those schools? Why didn't you guys protect those schools? Okay. I have you now. CYC Honesty from Isolo. How are you? It is no more news that some part of Nigeria are being undermined, this time around creating Southwest Development Commission, thereby using federation resources to develop their region and leaving some region to be developed by individual efforts is a pity. I wonder the possibility of one nation. Please, I plead for Mazin Namdi Kalu's release. Casey Onoha from Ojalaba, how are you doing today? Lady C, you said the governor-elect of Edo State is humble. That he knows how to kneel down. Lady C, watch as the governor-elect go kneel down, give Edo State people insecurity. I just go beg you, I not talk for that one. Amechi from Mafuluku, how are you? Are you good? Welcome. Good morning, Lady C and VOP crew. You said Sanusi Lamido Sanusi deliberately raised the false alarm under Jonathan during the APC unprecedented propaganda onslaught to pull down Jonathan's regime. Sanusi tried to raise voice against APC misrule and got his downfall. Wato. Even as I don't support Jonathan, if any die missed. Okay, you say even I don't support Jonathan if any die missed. People should learn to be honest when in high positions. May God save our land. I meet you from Mafuluku. I say very big amen to your prayer. Chiagui from Mushin, how are you? Instead of Nigeria to create strong institutions, Nigeria is busy creating strong individuals, which is making Yahya Bello to call himself a lion because EFCC can't boldly arrest him. No. Please. Don't talk demean Yahya Bello like that. What do you mean by lion? You must add white. The white lion. Wow. White lion you don't see like that. So you can't just see him like that. He says it's a white lion. But you continue. You said Nigeria is conducting selection instead of election by what happened in Edo State. President Tinubu, please release Mazin Namdi Kanu for the sake of peace. Chaguye from Mushin, that was from you. I'll be wrapping up shortly, but I'll take a couple. I still have like 2 more minutes to go, right? All right. So let me take your message. I'll be back by 10:30. When we return at 10:30, we'll look at a lot of the things that are going on and we will check out all other things that we could talk about later on. Good morning, crew. Instead of okay, sorry, I took that already. Daya from Fagba, good morning. Congratulations for the new CJN Judge Kekere Ekun representing the women folk. However, are these people a good role model? Are they good role models worthy of emulation? No, the same judge that made number 4 to be number 1, which is Uzodima. Remember that of Lawan Akpabio's judgments, also for Oyetola in Oshun, that brought Wike into Rivers, also that brought in this government in federal, and this is the same that wasn't given visa to the US because of the frivolous judgment has been made CGN. Same corrupt judges compromised by one man because of political gain. That is why nothing is working. How will there be peace without justice? It's a shame that the worst of us is really in the best of us. That's the message you dropped there, and maybe just give you the account number again for those of you who like to contribute to Bossman's preparation for his final travel home. When I say travel home out of this world, the number is 1224 1224 168 488 1224 416 8488 is a Zenith Bank account. And during your narration, when you're writing that, remember to put contribution for Bossman. Okay, last message. I'll take the rest when I come back, so you can keep dropping your messages. When President Tinubu, as the Minister of Petroleum, said that we will raise our nation's GDP, no one asked him what he meant. Chai. It is now we understand that it was gas, diesel, and petrol. GDP, gas, diesel, and petrol. May our life never be like an NPC that will abandon their refineries and be struggling to see one man's refinery. This is a tale of absurdity that only happens in a society where the best is impossible and the worst is yet to happen. What a nation. Last, Chikwendo from Oshodi, that was from you. Good morning, ladies. How are you? The only way out of this quagmire. Okay, you come here, there, darling. The only way out of this quagmire we are in this APC administration is for all Nigerians, not minding political differences, to come together and go all out for a serious reform in INEC as soon as possible. Let Mahmoud Yakubu and his co-travelers be chased out. E-votes are to be counted. Secondly, let all citizens come out and adopt capital punishment for corrupt leaders and looters. Mayor from Festac, that was from you. And that's it for today. Good morning to you too. Fine girl, how about the...
I'm fine, lady C. How you doing? I got this Friday.